By using the word I over and over again, it indicates that you might be lack of complexity in the way you write and communicate. And how can you even then give a compelling communication when you are in that leadership position? In this video, let's talk about cover letter. If you are currently in a middle management and you want to apply for a senior leadership role, to have a cover letter together with your resume is a must. Please do not skip it. And here is why. First of all, by having a cover letter, it shows that you care enough about this position and you made an effort to have a cover letter. Second of all, your cover letter communicates why you're a good fit for that position, what you can do for this company, and why they should pay even closer attention to what you are going to say in your resume. And that you simply cannot achieve by just have your resume. When scanning through hundreds of resumes, recruiters are trying to see which ones they should shortlist. And to have a cover letter just give you that extra strength that they spend more time with yours and they want to dive deeper to your resume. Even sometimes you already know the recruiter or the person that is going to interview you, it's still better to have a cover letter because 2/3 of them do read your cover letter. When it comes to applying for an executive job, it's very competitive and you don't want to make an assumption of what they already know about you. It's better to be safe than sorry. First, let's talk about mistakes you might be making. The number one mistake is you already lose their attention and interest from the beginning of your cover letter. And this might look like the following. To whom it may concern, I'm writing to you because. Or, dear hiring manager, this letter is in response to. First of all, you are not even taking the time to find the name of the hiring manager. As the internet is so advanced today, you can just go on LinkedIn or the company's website and easily find who is the hiring manager and address them by their real name. Second of all, you are missing the opportunity to use this first and the most important sentence of the cover letter to properly position yourself, your value, and what you can bring to this company. The second mistake is you make the cover letter about you. You might be thinking, but cover letter is about me. Well, to some extent, yes. But cover letter is much more about what you can do for that company. So when you're writing down cover letter, instead of thinking, I'm going to talk about how great I am, how many achievements I've made, link it to what can I do for this company. The next mistake is you talk about why you want this job. When I was recruiting, I often have candidates come to me and said, the reason I want to work for you is because you are a Swedish company and I love Swedish culture and I also like the cool stuff and product and solutions your company provide. It is of course entirely okay to mention your motivation and why you want to join the company, but always tie it back to how it is helpful for the company. For example, you were able to market and communicate this inclusive Swedish culture to help the company to attract and retain talent. The next mistake is by overusing the word I. Any executive recruiter who is scrutinizing your resume is really assessing how strong of a communicator you are. And as a leader, the communication skill is a must to have in your future position. By using the word I over and over again, it indicates that you might be lack of complexity in the way you write and communicate. And how can you even then give a compelling communication when you are in that leadership position? The second is when you're overusing the word I, you are sending a different message by putting the spotlight on yourself and your own ego, which you may not intend to do so, but you are missing the whole point the hiring manager cares about, which is their own company. The next mistake is to repeat what you already written in your resume. It's the same information, but just different format. Instead, tell a story, make it engaging and interesting, make yourself memorable to the hiring manager. So how should you write a stellar cover letter that makes you stand out from the rest of the competition? First and foremost, assume everyone who is in the hiring position will be reading your cover letter. You make them feel you are truly invested and motivated to get this position. You are not just applying because you are qualified for it or you are just trying your luck. Second, don't address them generically, to whom it may concern or dear hiring manager. Instead, research their name, impress them that you actually took the time to find their name. Next, research the company properly and find out what is the problem they are trying to solve and provide them the solution. I personally would go to the investor relations section of their website and find out these presentations, the company's annual report, and their quarterly earnings report, even their quarterly earnings calls or videos. These reveals great amount of challenges the company is facing. The next is to make it consistent on what you've already claimed in your resume and later on your thank you letter. Here you can provide tangible examples to show how you have solved the problem, what type of method and strategy you've used to change the numbers and make a difference. On your resume, if you've mentioned you are a strong leader in revenue generation, then give the context in your cover letter. Explain what kind of challenges you've overcome and what kind of strategy you've used to change the numbers and made a difference. The next is make it easy for the hiring manager to scan through. For example, you can use white spaces, bullet points, and shorter paragraphs. Please try to avoid using big wall of paragraph. That will not help. Now you might want to ask, how long should my cover letter be? Definitely within 1 page. Even better, approximately 150 words. Next is to end your cover letter with a strong call to action. What you can say is, if you are ready for these results, I'd love to be interviewed and have a chance to talk in person. And the last is, when you send out your cover letter, paste it in the email you send to the hiring manager instead of making it as an attachment. Having a compelling story to tell through your cover letter and your resume is one of the 6 steps I have personally used to land 2 vice president positions in 2 Fortune 500 companies. And if you want to know all the other 5 steps I have used, I'd encourage you to join me in this free 1-hour training, how I went from middle management to senior leadership position. And the link is in the comment area below. I'd invite you to join me there. If you find this video helpful, I'd encourage you to watch this video where I talked about how to write an executive resume that positions you as a senior leader and differentiates you from all the competitions.